Well, hello there, Cancer. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about January. January 2025 is going to have 5 weeks in it, so we're going to have the 5 columns and the 3 rows as per usual. But I got to tell you, we're going to go back to the complete other way that we were doing it, so we are definitely having a good time here. I appreciate you all for being here. Love what's going on. Let's light a candle for some good juju, eh? This is sandalwood and cardamom musk. Very delicious smells. Not a fancy, energetic candle, but so divine to sniff and smell. Wish you guys could smell it. So here we go. We're going to put that back down over here. This is great news. Ta-da! And let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what is going on. Number one, I want to thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I appreciate you all so much. Big things are happening, and I'm super excited about what's going on. 500, doot. I know, seems small, and it is, but I'm excited anyway. All right, it's my first time being at 500, and I'm excited about that. Thank you so much. I have a couple of things going on. We're going to do some guiding cards, and then we're going to do a closing card. We're going to do some rocks. Yes, we're back to the whole tamale of what we did before. I went on my little outside adventure. So I'm back, and everything is cool. All right, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our guiding messages from my better angels, which one of them is basically we need to all step into our confidence. So I'm also with you because it's for all 12 signs, and we are looking at the fact that, yeah, I can confidently do what I'm doing here because I know now this is what I should be doing. All right. So excited and cool. I want everybody to step into their confidence in whatever area of your life you're in. If you're a doctor, you do you. Absolutely. You could be a therapist. You could be a construction worker. You could be any number of, it doesn't matter what your job is or what your world is. It's okay. You know it, you understand it, you get it. You are confident in who you are as a person. You are presenting yourself in that area, and you know who you are and what you bring to the table. Awesome. Definitely keep doing that because it's important, all right? You being you is the most important part of that whole process, and it's very, very cool that it's working out for you, okay? And I want you to know that as you step into your confidence, the beauty is that you can be confident without having to, like, fix everybody else. You can be your version of you and not have to tell everybody else they have to be you. So the message I'm getting for you from my other better angels and guides is that we need to all stay in our lane. It sounds a little weird, a little funny, but the fact is, because we are who we are and how we are, we like to help other people. And that's wonderful news. Love that. Wait until people ask for it, which is to say that as we stand in our confidence, people will come to us and ask for help, and then we can do what we need to do. And then we want to help them a little, but not a lot. So we want them to be able to grow through process, you know? Everybody's got their opportunity to grow, and if they haven't asked for any help at all, we need to stop and watch. It might be a little funky, a little bit odd, and a little uncomfortable. But at the same time, it's much better that we stay in that zone than that we try and step in and fix it for them, okay? Let them do their thing. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get you a guiding card, all right? So I have a deck here. It's new. It's called the Spiral Oracle. It's all been pre-programmed for you, so I'm going to go ahead and splay these guys out for you, Cancer, and we are going to pull a single card for you. It's interesting because as I look at the backs, I see even little color variations in the back, which is interesting. You'd think that that would be the most, the one thing that would be very, 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 very consistent. And yet it seems to have a little bit of differentiation, which is interesting. Ah, so let's see what card we got for you. All right. Boom. Wholehearted Bridge. Wow. Nice. So this is the Wholehearted Bridge. It's got a bear with a lady standing behind it. reminded me a little bit of the Strength card, but there's also a tiger above her head. I know this is going to be a tough one to show. So there's a tiger above her head. She's got the antlers going on. There's the lady herself, and then she's very grounded on the earth plane with this bear energy, right? It's very Native American energy on this card. So this card is really very interesting because it's speaking to the different levels of who we are, the grounded version of ourselves, the higher understanding of ourselves, the fact that we have feelers that come out of our third eye as we reach out, which her antlers, reaching out and gathering information, letting your intuition be a part of what you're doing while staying very grounded in bear energy, right? They do like that hibernation thing during the winter. And then you reach up also with the tiger energy to the fire of the universe and the connectedness to all that is, right? So good. And it's called Wholehearted Bridge. So you can and you are the wholehearted bridge, meaning that you can be the connection between all of these different little points. And it does not escape me that as this comes together, it kind of created what would also appear to be almost a cross with the energy coming out, the antlers coming out from her head, along with the above and belowness, right? So that's a cross. It isn't a religious commentary. It is curious, but I want you to realize also that there's beside the bear, there are these little people. These are little people who are all tiny little people who are like holding hands or not holding hands, but they're in support, right, of her doing what she needs to do and being who she is. There's a lot of really great energies going on here. Very cool. There's even this sun situation where it's spurting this beautiful energy right through her. She is the center of all of that. And this is speaking to how you and the world that you are when you stand in your confidence. When you stand in your confidence, it's like you're here and the whole world is doing things around you, but you are it. You are the center part of it. And I don't mean that you are not the center of the universe technically, but yes, there is in this moment that place where if you were to stop and meditate in the moment and feel all the energies of the people and the things that you're working on and all the things that you're working through, it would almost seem like you're standing still while everything else is working around you. It's kind of neato. I'm very excited to see how this works out for you, because you are the thing that everything has to pass through or go around or I mean over, right? You're the connection between many things, between people. You're the connector. You help other people be connected. That is what I'm getting, is that you are the connector for all the different people in your world that, when they connect, it's because of you. And it's how you are in the world as a connector, from above to below, as well as everything else. So, excellent. Good for you. That's very cool. Love that. I haven't had that much fun on that one of those guiding cards in a while. Excellent. Let's get you some laid out these cards, all right? So we're going to go ahead and lay these cards out for the month of January. We'll have 5 columns and 3 rows. Just like old times. Yep. The 3 rows are where we are. What's blocking us? And the 3rd row is our solution, right? Because we don't do anything without a solution. It's good. All right. So let's see what's going on now. This is going to be the first week of January, the December 29th through January 4th. We're going to go ahead and go in depth on this week at the end of this video. So just sort of hang in there with me, and we'll do the full overview, and then we'll go in deep here. All right? Excellent. Let's talk about it. December 29th, January 4th, you are definitely sitting in the seat of your complete confidence and understanding of things. You are feeling emperor. You're feeling very solid wherever you're at. Wherever if you're at home, you're at work, you're not feeling iffy about anything right now, okay? So you're feeling very comfortable and clear that where you are and what's going on for you is got structure to it. It's got solidity. It isn't going to fluff around and disappear on you. So that's kind of nice. You're blocked in having your tools at your disposal. So you don't actually have your tools at your disposal right now, which is sort of a drag. It means you may need to rely on other people, or maybe you don't need to do anything at all. It is the week between New Year's and Christmas and New Year's, and including New Year's. So it might be a vacation week anyway, so you don't need to use all your tools. You can just sit down and watch TV and relax, all right? Enjoy that possibility. The Knight of Swords is here, showing that fighting for your power in a certain situation. Interesting. Even though you're completely comfortable here and have everything situated in a solid base, there's something you still want to be in control of. Isn't that interesting? I wonder what you want to be in control of. This is all going to come up when we go deeper, all right? So we're going to check this out and go deeper on this at the end of this video. Answers will come, all right? Let's talk now about the next week, the 5th through the 11th. And what do we have, Cancer? We have charity. You're going to want to help somebody out. Remember, we're trying to stay a little bit in our lane, so unless somebody has asked for some help, you should probably keep it to yourself, unless you're just cleaning out your closet and donating to the local charity. By all means, if it gives you some free space, knock yourself out. But on the other hand, if you're doing something direct to an individual, you probably want to hold back from that. Let people ask for help, all right? The Three of Wands, where you're blocked 5th through the 11th, remembering lessons from your past is blocked. So there's a very good likelihood that you may just not be getting it in some way where you kind of thought you understood how that was going to go, and then it didn't work out, you know? You just didn't work out in that way. You forgot. This is you forgetting a lesson from your past. I think that you may have tried to help somebody before or helped somebody before, and it didn't go according to plan, but you indeed forgot how it went, and maybe you put yourself out there and it didn't work out. So you need to remember what you did so you don't hold yourself back, okay? Because you do have some good luck coming, which is super cool, all right? So talk about the perfect answer. You release and then you receive, right? As you release, you receive. It's being in the perfect flow, and aside from the fact that you aren't remembering what's going on with the Three of Wands there, or remembering lessons from your past, you are in fact receiving. So I love that you're receiving. This could be a major financial windfall, or it could be a raise at work. It could be an overpaid bill coming back to you, or it could be 40 bucks you find on the ground. So it doesn't have to be a giant win, okay? It just is a win of some sort, okay? Love and accept that for what it is. We'll go in depth later. Next card, next week over, the 12th through the 18th, we have the Ace of Swords. New responsibilities are coming your way. So maybe that is linked to this Ace of Pentacles here, where, yeah, maybe you were given a raise and more responsibility follows. Interesting. I don't think that you're mad about it. I think you're okay with that. You like being more responsible and being more in charge. Remember back here, you were fighting to be more in charge of something. So maybe, and then you went off and did something and got distracted. Then they went ahead and said yes. And then you give you the more responsibility you were asking for. Perfect. Don't sabotage yourself this week. The devil has shown up to say you have a potential to shoot yourself in the foot, to cause yourself more frustration and irritation at this time. It's unnecessary, but quite likely. So be careful there. All right, Cancer? You don't got to do that. What else are we looking at here? We have interesting, more responsibility. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Let your good judgment reign through, okay? Your good judgment is on par. You can listen to what you know and understand what's going on, okay? Be good and pay attention to what's coming, all right? Pay attention to what you know, what you've seen, and what you heard, and do the best you can with what you have, okay? If you don't have all the facts, you might not make a decision at all. You never know. There's a lot of responsibility in this situation, and now you're the one on tap to do it, okay? But if not making a decision won't kill you, maybe wait till you get more information. The next week over, the 19th through the 25th, you have the Seven of Cups. Many, many options are presenting. So figure out what the goal is, right? What's the goal? And if any of these don't go towards the goal, get rid of them, okay? And if now we're looking at the other options, which ones are going to expire first? All right, now get into those things right away. And the other ones you can use later. And that works in most situations. Now, if this is an immediate work experience and you have many options, look at what the end goal is truly and which one is going to be least volatile, probably least expensive for your company, and best overall. In the end, you know, you're looking for the truth of what's going to work for you and be better. If you have to use it over and over and over again, you want to make sure you're making good decisions right now. You don't want to make accidental decisions that are not good. So you want to make something that will work overall each time and be good. All right, so keep that in mind. That will be helpful to you. Options and possibilities. Don't get too confused, okay? Figure out what's best for the moment, but also for the long haul. Now then, Queen of Swords. She'll be blocking you this week. There's going to be somebody coming along saying, I know how to do this better than you do. You do it my way, or you don't do it any way at all. And you want to explain to her how in the long haul, this is going to be better or safer than whatever she was suggesting. Because, yeah, you were hired and given the responsibility. They put you in charge to begin with. Now you need to say, hey, I'm the one you put in charge. There's a reason, because I know things. And let her know from your past experience that you've got what you know. She will try and stand in your way, though, so just be aware of that. Interestingly, the Two of Wands is your solution. If you cannot come to an agreement with this lady, a possible doorway could open for you to take off and not hang out with her. So there's one option, to just get up and leave. But if there can be an agreement made with this person where she says, oh, I really don't know what I'm talking about, okay, then cool. You may find yourself in a new place where you really are the person in charge of the situation, and you really are the one who has to do the other things. Like, she could end up walking away and leave you holding all of the information and all of the stuff and being the sole responsible person in that moment. Not that you're not up to it, okay, Cancer, you are up to it. But it's bigger than it was now because you don't have that intermediary person, right? So somebody could step away and leave you on the front lines. That's one possibility of what's happening here, all right? Now, the final week of January, which is the 26th through February 1st, let's look at this. Now you're standing up for what you want and what you're worth. You want to be paid properly. Now that you're stepping into more stuff or having more stuff going on, you want to get paid properly, or you're having to fight for your paycheck, period. Maybe someone's not paying you like they said they would. So you have to fight for your worth and value in that situation, all right? Sorry about that. That kind of blows. We have the King of Swords showing that somebody is also going to try and be in charge of something in front of you or around you. And they're going to step up and say, hey, we know better. You need to do it our way, da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. And maybe that's got to do with paperwork or whatnot to get you paid properly. Maybe you haven't got the paperwork right. Keep that in mind. We'll obviously get more information, but that is certainly one of the possibilities going on this week for you, Cancer. If you haven't got the paperwork right, they can't pay you right, okay? The good news is that when all is said and done this particular week, you're going to be able to give from your heart. The more you connect with people on an emotional level, the more they will respect you and appreciate you and go, oh, okay, cool, here we go. If we knew that in advance, we would be able to do the thing we need to do to help, all right? So I feel like when you make an emotional connection, whether it doesn't have to be anything serious, but it could be over pets or whatever, right? And people will see you differently. They will see you more in a more well-rounded way, as a more human person, as opposed to just the person who's doing the thing and doing the work and da-da-da-da-da, right? Because it's not bad that you're doing all the work and doing all the stuff, but to be able to see you in a more emotionally available way helps a lot, okay? It brings you to a more human space. I'm going to save these cards over here like we do, all right? So that when I'll be able to use these in later videos. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, we're back to the oldest system, which I'm stoked about. The other larger readings that I did for 2 months may become something that I use for exclusive content later. It just didn't work out. So I'm not going to keep doing that right now. I'm going to do this. Ta-da! Again. And I'm happy to do it. It makes perfect sense to me. Now, this deck here is also pre-programmed. It's the Wild Unknown Tarot, or it's back. And yeah, this one is the magical Nordic Tarot that my sister gave me. Now, all decks are going to be listed in the box below, right? The description. There we go. All right. Not quite enough coffee after all. Sorry. Let's talk now more in depth about December 29th through January 4th. All right. So we were talking about the Emperor and having a nice solid base and feeling very much so squared away. This can also talk about your home base or your work base. Whatever makes you feel solid and squared away, it's feeling very good for you. There's going to be a need for you to have some sort of physical manifestation of your faith there. You want to, I mean, if you may still have your tree up from Christmas, who knows? Some don't take it down until January 1st. And as you do you, boo. But the answer remains, if you do take the tree down, you want to put something else up in its place that makes you helps you stay connected to the big guy, all right? That is going to be something that will help keep you confident as you move through everything that's going on, all right? There's also Ace of Pentacles, some sort of financial windfall coming your way. This could be overpaid bill. This could be 40 bucks you find on the ground, or it could be, you know, a raise in some area or a new job opportunity coming your way for some of those who have jobs come and go. Be aware, you should be on the lookout. It is not, just because it's that little first week of the year doesn't mean that things aren't happening and people aren't percolating and getting things going and starting to moosh around and come up with a plan. Come up with a plan on what to do. This could very easily be you securing a job and yeah, you had faith and the job came. Yay, ta-da. So very good. Interestingly, of course, you're blocked from using your tools right now. It doesn't mean that, sometimes it's just like a retrograde thing, or it could be just you not being able to access your tools in the moment. Breathe through that process. Be very honest about it with other people if you truly cannot access your tools. and you have you know when you're going to be able to, do let your people know. If you got a new job and you don't have your tools yet, but you will have access to your tools next week, ta-da, maybe that's okay. You never know. Hanging out by yourself is going to be on the outs. Okay, you may not do the hermit action. You cannot be on your own. You're going to be amongst people. Put on a smile once in a while. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be happy about what's going on, and it's okay to do that. It's great. But you won't be in charge, okay? So just be aware that you're not going to be in charge in this situation. You're going to be doing what other people tell you to. And sometimes it's perfectly wonderful to just show up and be there, you know? Do what you got to do, and it will be fine, all right? Excellent. So let's talk about what's going on for your solution for this week, all right? You are fighting for your power, right? You wanted to stand up and be heard and have a little, I think that even though you're not in charge here, you know you're not in charge. You got the job, but you're not in charge, and you're like, okay, cool, whatever. I don't have my tools anyway, but you have big ideas about how things might go. So you're going to share your big ideas to a point as a solution to, you're just going to share some ideas. Put them out as possibilities without it being required, okay? Just put out your ideas as possibilities as opposed to trying to be the one in charge. Because now we have the Two of Pentacles showing that you are being able to balance your finances, right? You got the Ace of Pentacles, which is cool. Now you got the Two of Pentacles showing that you are being able to balance your finances and everything is cool. That's good news. This is definitely more of a job than it is an idea. And even as you're sharing your ideas here about how you would do it, presto, somebody heard you that's above you and is thinking about you as the boss. They're like, maybe we should make them the boss. They're rethinking this situation and thinking about putting you in charge. Very fun, very cool. This is very neat, and that is okay. This could also be within your workspace and your workplace that, like in the beginning, your boss is the boss, and he sees you and your ideas and is like, maybe I should let you be in charge of this area. And he's going to probably think about putting you in charge of that area as opposed to anything else, all right? Anyway, it's good, all right? So you're being thought of in good ways. Let's get you a closing card, all right? We have this really cool Moon Oracle. All the decks are going to be listed in the description box. Not to worry. But yes, let's go ahead and pull you, Cancer, a closing card. That's the one that wants out. All right. And we got Focus. Haha. Perfect. Perfect for you, my lovely Cancers. We have Focus. Focus is all about, of course, paying very close attention to the details, making sure that all the details are working in your favor, and that each person who's around it and understands it is involved in the process of understanding it so that they're on the same page, right? Everybody who's working towards the common goal to understand what's going on and why, all right? It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome, all right? And I think that's going to be super cool. But if you stay super focused, you will get where you want to go and get things going on as you wish, all right? So let us put that there and get you a pocket full of rocks. Yes, they're back. The rocks are back. It just seemed time to get back to that. All right, so we have smoky quartz. We have green garnet, and we have goldstone. So actually those go in this order. So smoky quartz is going to be all about your first chakra, and it's keeping you grounded and helping you get rid of things you don't need anymore. It may even be ways of thinking, so you might have to just sort of regroup on what you're thinking about and how you're presenting your thoughts. Goldstone is staying creative and being very much so. Second chakra stone is stay in your creativity. Remember that you're bringing the visions from your higher self down to earth plane. So there's a lot going on here. It's not just, ooh, I have an idea. It's, oh, I have an idea. And that's what that's all about, right? Yep. That's very much the Knight of Swords. Now we have this green garnet, which is going to be in your third chakra, which is where I was taught that your memories and experiences and emotional stuff, could be traumas for some of you, all live, okay? And so we're healing some of that up, okay? We're going to heal our past traumas, and we're going to be in a good space, all right? So you're working on healing up your past traumas by working through them, sharing your ideas in a different way, and being willing to step up in a certain way, all right? So very cool for you, okay, Cancer? This is great. I'm going to set these over here. Hopefully they're a little more visible. Ta-da! Of course, that, well, they're disappearing rocks. Poof. All right, cool. So let us go ahead and let you know you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to, but they would be very helpful if you wanted to. And I think that they would help you stay focused on what's going on and be aware of where you're at, as well as helping heal up those old memories while you're stepping into some version of control or power, or just sharing your ideas in a more accessible way, right? So we can be more of a salesperson for our ideas instead of digging our heels in per se. All right? Excellent. And I am excited to see this for you, and I can't wait to see what happens on the 5th through the 11th next week. But that's what we're doing next, and I will see you then. But if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so now. It really helps my little baby channel grow, and I'm excited to see how it will grow. Keep coming back. I will see you next week, and thank you.